Hello and welcome back to another episode of SunHaven. So we're still processing the resources we gained from the last sort of rummage through the cave up to floor 10. Copper we'll be using for a new pickaxe, new axe, and also then the copper keys to make it so it's permanent. So obviously if we go back now, we will be at some point going back to the mine straight away. And obviously we have to do from floor 1 through 10 again. You can't just go to floor 10 because you've only unlocked them with a rusty key, and you have to unlock them using the actual corresponding key, i.e. copper, for the first 10 levels. So we're heading back there now. We'll blitz through the mines, likely to floor 10 again. Obviously the chest at the end has already been collected, so unless anything magical pops up, we'll just blitz through the mines here and see what resources we can come out with. Okay, so that's the mine cleared out once again, very close to midnight. I think it's, you can see the timers go in there. It will reset if it gets to midnight, so we've still got an hour, plenty of time to get back. But I just use my AS skip just to get back a bit quicker. Just making sure to get all of the resources we did gather together. As you can see there, 36, copper, that's nice, 8, iron, and a random gold. I think I already had that though, if I'm honest, and you can see that the actual things have been working there, and I've finally got my sword. So let's sleep through the night and see what we can build based on that. Okay, good morning, day 5, and over we go to one of the first bosses in the game. Weedle or something like that, pronounce his name. Weedle, there you go. So Weedle is a boss that chucks dandelions down all over your farm. As you can see, the crops are finished, so let's just get them. That's a lot of XP. You get these weeds. You can actually sell them, so they're not terrible. You can make a decent amount of money off them, but you do have to farm them all, and it chucks down a lot. But the idea is you have to go to him and do one of the sort of games that he has, and the one for this boss is a skipping rope. So let's go over and speak to him and see what he's got to say for himself. Okay, so here he is. Let's have a chat. Obviously going through the chat logs here again, because I've had no comments based on what you'd prefer. I can read them out, of course, but I think that for those of you watching have probably seen this multiple times, because it does happen on every game. Spring, I think it's per season you get a boss, or it's like a boss. So effectively you've got a skipping rope there, and all you have to do is jump it down to the point where he runs out of health, stamina, whatever you want to call it. and then you beat him. Now this was a long process, as you can see. Just jump, 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 and you've just got to get that health bar there down from 60 to 0. This process took a long time, with outside help required, i.e. it wasn't me that actually did it in the end because I gave up, so my partner did, but yeah, got there in the end. So I think I had about 6 goes or so. I always get down to around the half or the last third and then just get triggered. But yeah, let's rush through these and skip to the actual one that matters, right? Okay, we'll come back to him. I think I had 4 goes there, unsuccessful. So let's get to the actual crux of what we're having. So there's the copper, you can see. I am going to make 7 ingots to make a pickaxe. I think that's the best start. Obviously the keys are 2 each and we need 10 keys. So there you go. I made the pickaxe, which is the first important item, and then the rest of the copper I just used up on keys. Made some tin foil just for the sake of it. Had a look to see what I could use it for and I couldn't find anything, so I believe I just sell that. But it doesn't take too long to make them anyway, so we'll see that shortly. Just clearing out some of the dandelions. Again, it's a bit irrelevant though, because every time you lose, he puts more down. And I think at this point I was actually contemplating life about when I could be bothered to go back and try again. But I did give it a break. So we'll now go for a bit of foraging down towards the beach and see what free stuff we can find. Okay, back from foraging, and I want to put a lot of this, if not most of this, into this for sale. Simply so that we can... I'm going to keep them obviously because they increase your mana as well. So most of this is going to get sold. As you can see on the side, it's up to 1600 already. And the idea I'm doing this is because I need as much as possible to buy as many seeds as possible so I can do one giant field of a crop. Or multiple crops, of course, it doesn't really matter, but nevertheless I need to do that. So we'll get that money in. Looking up here is the Snorlax, as I'm calling it. It's not, it's called a Snackoon. Wants 10 wheat, which we've got, and 10 apples, which we only have 6. So we're close to doing that, but not quite there yet. Okay, so here we go again. This is time number 9, I think. But again, this was my partner giving me a rest from it. And the idea is that you just press spacebar, which is jump. When it says the word jump, I don't know why I find it more difficult than it's probably supposed to be, but nevertheless, it is what it is. So we know the outcome of this one. Let's see how it goes. Down to the 20 mark. Yep. And this is where I got stuck mostly. I think it just one more speed up very shortly. And you just got to hold it down all the way to 0. And there we go. I'd say easy peasy, but we'd know I'd be lying. So it looks like we found your match. Very nice, Weedle. And effectively here, this just then gives you the pet of the boss, and that's what all the bosses do. And then we can look at what we can build on the farm again. So here we go. This is the pet that you get from defeating the boss. You can put them in pens on leeches, but I'll just let him wander around the farm until we actually get a decent setup and a few more of them, etc. So just let him wander around. And what we need to do now is expand the actual farming area so that we can plant a lot more crops. So let's get on with that. Okay, that's a start, but nowhere near enough. So I'm going to have to go to the shop and spend some of this gold. Or all of it. We'll see. But likely it'll be all of it. I will get sort of one of each of the type of crops because there are bundles to collect. So you kind of buy one of everything that you don't want to grow. Or not don't want to grow, but that you're not going to grow en masse. And then just the rest of the money I'll spend on wheat, which is the crop I'm going to go with first. I think it only takes 4 days as well. So 1 tomato, 1 green root. I think I've already done that though, but I sold them all. Corn, carrot, rice, sugarcane, potatoes, onions, pretty sure that's all of them for the what is classed as spring crop, and as you can see there, the rest of the money down to the last 500 is spent onto wheat, and we just need to get that planted now and then watered, which is a task in itself. Well, that's all of them planted that I bought anyway. But now there's a lot of watering to do, right? And that is painful. I'm not going to time-lapse the watering. We're going to skip the watering when we get to it. Rest assured, it will be about, I don't know, maybe 8 can refills. Just putting a chest down now to put everything that I had or spare, just to kind of declutter my inventory because it was getting on my nerves. All of these things I'm going to need for other things or saving them for future, like the golden carp for the bundle. I'm just going to get out of the way. Everything that needs selling goes in here, and that way we'll have plenty of gold. Everything's tidied up and we're good to go. Just upgrading there the seed bags to make them even cheaper to buy. I should have done that probably before I planted, like, whatever it was, 70, I'm not sure, quite a lot. But yeah, here we go. Be right back when it's done. Okay, that took a while. Lots of back and forth to the water sources to top it up, but it's night time now anyway. So let's immediately go to bed and sleep through, and that will propagate all of the crops to their first stage. I think there's a few that will finish off as well. The older stuff that I planted that was 1 day behind. So that should be, and another 2,700 there, that's nice. Back up to 3,200 gold, which is good. So we're not struggling for gold at the minute, but we're not buying things that are too fancy anyway, so. And you can see the last few bits of wheat that we planted, and the rest of it now is all waiting on the mass plant that we did. Check the mail, and it's the farming store saying obviously that we have bought a large amount of seeds. Thank you very much, and here's a bonus. I'm not going to plant them. Pepper seeds, no. I think I just sell them, if I remember rightly, but I'm not sure. Oh no, I plant them. I'm lying to you. There you go, I planted them. Did it right in front of my own eyes as well. But never mind. So at least we have now an actual farm, right? A farm that will grow and give us a decent amount of crop when we harvest it for that very first time. And now it's a case of we just need to start doing the mine and getting the keys so that we can get to sort of silver and above to get the equipment. So I want to get rid of them stones and the logs to make one giant square field with a nice path around it and just make it look a bit pretty. You can see there I've got my copper gloves, got them from a drop. Just having a look through a few of the tabs, nothing too special. I should really start doing a few quests as well to get some people to like me more. But I will get around to it. I just need to, like I say, figure out what I'm trying to do, and that mostly is the fact that this run is supposed to be more about the combat, so I want to spend more time in the mines. But looking at all these different things that we can unlock, there's a lot to do, and we'll get to it all, I'm sure. But on this note, I'm going to leave the episode here, so if you like the video, please click like. Any comments are welcome. Thank you for watching. Take care. Goodbye.